Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the video. Before we get going, I wanted to address a couple things. So firstly, I noticed when editing that Josh's audio appears to have an echo. That is my fault and not his. That's due to how my audio situation is set up. It comes through speakers. I have headphones coming in that'll hopefully fix that shortly. The second thing I want to say is that, and this is kind of small and goofy, but I reference a thing about limes. It's actually about lemons. Don't know if that's going to matter at all, but just for the sake of transparency and because it's kind of funny to have to correct something like that, I just wanted to correct it. So yeah, enjoy the video. But
Yep. Oh man, did you have anything else? Kind of to...
no, just real quickly. I just very quickly. I saw the you haven't happened to come across this, have you? The Hassan Piker New York Times interview. Maybe we can dive more into this when we both watch it. But I saw a little preview, and they were talking about like like piracy, and there were, I think one girl said that she like she got food from Whole Foods and then forgot she got limes, so she just went back in and like stole the limes because she thought it was like, and she didn't feel bad about it or something, yada yada yada. But I just think there's like a huge moral inconsistency that can be shown, because so here's what I mean. There's often an idea, especially about like pro-labor people, of which I am pro-labor, where you would say something like, I would imagine you would say something like, well, if you look at a company like Amazon, Disney, Kroger, whatever it might be, these are companies who are primarily made up of small town workers, or like the small, like the everyday man, right? And you can use that as an argument for like unions of like Kroger is the everyday middle class guy. It's 80% of the workforce or whatever. You know what I mean? Or Kroger is or Amazon is the middle class. 90% of their workers are in the factories, whatever.
Yeah.
But then, like, if you're going to say that, you then can't turn around and say, it's okay that I stole from Whole Foods because it's Jeff Bezos. Because you just told me that 80% of Amazon is, so that's who you're really stealing from. Yeah. So if you want to do that, that's fine. Or not that's fine. If you want to do that, that's what you have to defend. Because you're not really defending against stealing Jeff Bezos. You're defending against stealing against the masses of most people who are middle class.
Yep.
So, and that's why I say the same thing like with like pirating movies. And obviously there's more nuance to this with, you know, the streaming that we've talked about a million times.
Yeah.
But in general, like if you're going to say something, oh, I don't mind to steal from Disney, it's just they're $1 billion company. It's like, well, Disney is not just like this like placard that has $1 billion under it that the one CEO owns. Like it's like made up of tons, I would imagine, of like filmmakers, people working at the parks, people doing this.
Yeah.
You know, like
most of their revenue comes from the parks. Like that's how they fund the entire thing, is like their theme park stuff. And so when you look at the theme parks and everything, it's basically everyday workers who are, you know, picking up trash or manning, you know, a ride or whatever. Like that's where, like, I think it's something ridiculous, like 60 to 80% of their income comes through those like tickets and hotel stays and packages and stuff that they do. Like very rarely are they making money off of, you know, big projects and stuff like that, movies or TV shows or whatever. Most of it's just, which is, again, it goes back to what you were saying, which I've never actually, I mean, I've made that connection, but never really thought about it a ton. And it is a very interesting perspective to reorient us from like being against billionaires versus actually being against the people that it's really affecting. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference in that. And yeah, that's really, really interesting. Yeah. So did that interview like come out, or is it about to? Like,
no, it's out? Like I think if you go on like, so if you go on New York Times, you might not be able to find it. It might be paywall, but for some reason, I think if you Google it, it'll just pop up and you can access it on the New York Times. I don't know how that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I just think that there's like an inconsistency there. So.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you this, but I remember last time we talked about clavicular and
the alligator thing.